Right, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today's video we're going to be working back on the Abarth Punto Evo. We've got loads of parts turned up for this today, so we've got all the Cambelt kit, all the service kit, a few other bits and pieces. We've got a new lamp, if you can see that. So hopefully, and you're on a tripod now, you're on a tripod instead of sat on cars, so I should be able to make this a decent video whilst with the Cambelt kit and get you in there and let you see how it's done. So I've done a few bits already, but I'll go through them and we'll get going. First of all, as always, thank you for taking the time to watch these videos. If you do like them, please do consider subscribing to the channel. A big thumbs up. And yeah, any comments you want, any questions or anything, put them in the comments. If I get around to them, if I see them, I'll do my best to answer them as best as I can. So let's get going. Alright then, so as I said, today's mission is the Cambelt change. So I'm hoping with this new lamp, you can see a bit down here now, enough to be able to do a bit of video footage for you whilst I do it. Whilst we're doing the Cambelt, we're going to do a full engine service, oil, spark plugs, you know, the whole lot, which we have over here. Now, I must say thank you to the guys who told me the specifications of oil and whatnot for these cars. You've got to be very careful with what you use. So I took your advice and I got the proper stuff. So we know it's done right. Full set of spark plugs. All these are from an Abarth specialist. So they're all, you know, good, original, genuine parts. So yeah, spark plugs. Got ourselves the multi-air filter. Again, because you guys said it was wise to do it at the same time. Got the oil filter there. We've got the full Cambelt kit. Belt, water pump and tensioner. And unfortunately we've got the wrong air filter. I was pretty sure this was going to happen. But yeah, it's the wrong one. It's for a Fiat 500. Whereas ours is square and it's for an Abarth, so Abarth Punto. So I'll get that put in at some point at a later date. I need to order it. So we've got ourselves auto data instructions for doing the Cambelt, and it goes straight into telling you what to remove and whatnot. So I'll tell you what I've done and where we're up to. I've got the car and axle stands. It's warmed up and I've also pulled the sump plug. So that oil is draining now. Might as well leave it draining whilst we do the Cambelt kit. Gives it plenty of chance to drain fully. We have got the driver's wheel off. We've got obviously the engine cover off underneath and on top. And I've also undone the cover that stops you getting to the bottom crank pulley. So what we have to do next, it wants us to remove the battery, intercooler air duct, air filter housing and then the vacuum pump. The reason for this is you have to lock up the camshaft from this side. So obviously this stuff is in the way. So we'll crack on and get that removed now. And also, yeah, of course I've got a Cambelt locking tool set, so we know that it's timed up properly. For the sake of 30 quid, why risk trying to put Tipex on them, you know, just do it properly. So I'll get you on a bit of time lapse. We'll get this stuff out, battery, pipe, vacuum pump, and it wants us then to straight away fit turn crankshaft clockwise to setting position, fit camshaft timing tool. So yeah, wants us to fit the camshaft timing tool, so let's get on with it. Okay, so we've got the required parts off. So in there now, if you can see, perhaps down there, it's a little slot in the end of the camshaft. That's so that we can lock that camshaft up now in position using this piece of tool. So we need to turn now the crank until we get the camshaft into the position we need it to be in for that tool to lock in. And it'll only go in one orientation because the bolt holes have to match up on all three. So I'll do that down there, get it in, and then we can move on. Okay, so we've got the crank locking tool in. As you can see, I think, where's the torch there? You can see, I'm sure. I'll be honest with you, I'm not overly impressed with this lamp. It's not right bright. I think I'll be getting another one. But anyway, yeah, the cam locking tool is in. So where are we on now with our instructions? Turn crankshaft, fit camshaft locking tool, done that. Done that, done that. Augs belt. Crankshaft pulley bolts. Crankshaft pulley. Okay. So we need to take the augs belt off and take the crankshaft pulley off, sorry, and then put the pulley tool on. I think. Support engine, remove, and engine mount. Mount bracket, time belt cover, time belt. Yeah, so we're almost there for taking the belt off, really. So right, let's carry on. Let's get a bit more out. So it's asking for this airbox to be out, and that I presume is to give you better access to the engine mount. So I didn't really want to take it out, in all honesty, because most of this car is all put together with these clamps that, you know, it's difficult to put them back on afterwards. They're not Jubilee clips, they're the pincher ones, whatever they're called. But we'll see what I can do. Get that airbox out, crankshaft pulley off, augs belt off, get the locking tool on there, and get that belt off. Okay, there we go. So we've got the engine mount out, the crankshaft pulleys, the crankshaft locking tool is in place, the camshaft locking tool is in place. So that belt now can come off because that engine is timed up. So I've already undone the tensioner. So this belt really, yeah, there we go. Belt's off. Let's have a little look at it. Yeah, it's not the best, is it? Definitely showing signs of cracking. The actual interval for these engines is supposedly 72,000 miles. Or, I can't remember what it said for age. But this car has done 72,000 miles, funnily enough, so it was definitely due, if not way past it in terms of age. I think it's 4 years, and this is bordering on 10-year-old. So is that the original belt? I don't know. Don't know if it is or not, but everything's okay because it hasn't snapped. So we need to get that tensioner off, get the water pump out, which is going to lose all the bloody coolant, isn't it? It is. So we'll have to refill that. Oh well. It's got to be done. Water pump, tensioner off, get the new belt on, and it's just a case of putting it all back together. Okay, so as you probably just saw from the time lapse, I thought whilst we're draining the coolant, I'd get on and do the oil filter and the spark plugs, which I've done. And now what we'll do, and I think we'll do it just live, we're going to do the multi-air filter. Now, that is obviously this piece, and they go, let me just unpack this. They go in there. So let me just grab the correct tool and we will do this on camera. Okay, so it's an M12 Allen key and we're just going to wind it out just like that and see what condition it is in. There we go, I'll just wipe it down. So there you go. It's hard to actually see the filter because it's got dirty oil in there, but I can see build up on that gauze. I'd say at least half full, if not 2/3 full, on every single side. So that was well past being due. So I'll put the new one in. They've got Loctite on them, so you just wind them in, tighten them up, and job is done. So I'll try to just get a bit of that oil out, but it's just going to continue to just keep dripping out, so there's not much we can do about that. I'm just going to wind it in. Like that. And then we'll just tighten it up. Feels quite tight right now. And there we go. Multi-air filter done. Okay, so we're now ready to start putting the Cambelt back on. So first of all, we're going to put the water pump on. These water pumps don't come with a gasket, so I put some instant gasket around the groove, and then we're going to fix that in place, and then we're going to put the tensioner on loose, and then we are ready to do the Cambelt. Okay, so we're ready to fit the timing belt. So we'll give this a go on camera and see how we go. So we've got a little tensioning tool, and this goes in there. Why do they put the marks to line up underneath the tensioning tool? Try to make things a little bit more difficult. So that's in line there. So that's in line. What I want to do I want to tension that to between 22 and 27 newton meters, tension this, take the locking tools out, rotate it 2 full times and try and refit the locking tools. As long as they fit, the timing's okay. So I'll do that and then I'll come back and show you the results. Okay, I think we're good. I'll just try to show you quickly. So this is your crank pulley locking tool. That goes on there and lines up. Perfect. I hope you can see that. Then if you get the camshaft locking tool, probably can't see down here, can you? But that goes back in, and that's nice and tight. So I'm happy. That timing's spot on. And also, if you look at the tensioner, 2 lines meet up. So we're good, our timing is good. Happy with that. So it's just a case now of putting it all back together. We've done everything, haven't we? We've done the spark plugs, oil filter, multi-air filter, Cambelt kit. We'll top it back up with oil when it's all put back together. And then yeah, it's just the air filter that's wrong, isn't it? It could do with another aux belt, but I haven't got one, so that one's going to have to go back on for the time being, and I'll get one ordered because it's showing signs of cracking. So I won't bother time lapsing putting it back together. You've seen it come apart. It's exactly the same, just the other way around. I'll get it all covered up, buttoned up, and we'll come back. Fill in the oil or something like that, and then it's the big start, isn't it? Squeaky bum time. It don't matter how many Cambelts you do. That first crank is always a little bit nerve-wracking. So let's keep moving. Okay, so I think we're pretty much there now. It's all back together. All back together. I've been putting the oil in, and like I said, we're using the proper stuff. So I just need to dip it a couple of times, put the earth lead on, and I think everything's back together. We have no only fixings we've got left. These are all for the under tray. So the under tray needs to go on yet, but wanted to make sure, you know, everything's okay. There's no leaks or anything first. We really need a ramp. You know, doing these jobs is going to be so much easier on a ramp, and I am on with it. It's just proving a bit difficult to find the one that I want, really. So I'll just finish off with this oil, get ourselves to the point where I want to be on the dipstick, and then I'll come back on and we'll do that first start. And fingers crossed, she purrs like a kitten. Right, I think we're ready. I've just topped up the coolant, and so that's good to go. And it will probably want a bit more at some point, but we need to run it now. Make sure the Cambelt's okay and get it up to temperature. So I'll just put the earth lead on and then we'll give it a crank. Right, fingers, toes, everything crossed. Hopefully it's okay. Everything's back on. So let's have a go. Yes, we are good. We are good. Fired up straight away, no issues. Okay, right, I'm going to let this warm up now for a bit. And once it's all done and good, I'll come back just for the finish off for the video. Okay, so this has been a successful day. It's all up to temp now. I've topped the oil up, I've topped the coolant up, and it's all good, not leaking. Perfect. Just before I turn it off, I just wanted to show you quickly as well. I've had all the tyres changed. So we've got brand new Hankook Evo 2s on, all around. So there isn't really that much to do to this car now. Just have a quick look inside. Nice and warm on the air vents. It was up to 10, but the stap's open, that's why it's come down a little bit. Yeah, all good. I'm really happy with it. Really happy. So that'll do that. So what have we got left? We've got all the locks, well, the 2 locks to change. I've got to get the new keys cut to the new locks. Oh, I left the bloody steering. That's the only reason I left it turned on, so I could bloody put the steering back. It'll bug me looking at it. There. Steering straight. So we've got the locks to do, new keys to get cut, a damn good clean inside, and I want to clean up these headlights. And then it'll be done. Nice quick turnaround. Great little car. If I was, you know, of the boy racer age, I'd be all over this. All over it. Cracking little car. Right. Okay, that's going to be the end of this video. Sorry if my face is a bit dirty. There's no mirror here, so I can't check. So let me know what you think about, you know, the camera footage I did today with the new tripod and the new lamp and stuff. I hope it come out a lot better for you guys. Obviously we haven't got the GoPro 8 yet, so we're still with the GoPro 3. That's just been delayed, like I said, but it will get here. We need a ramp, still need tools, you know, loads of things that we need, but we're getting there. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I said, if you have, thumbs up, press that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.